So, Boyd,
Yes.
you want to do the recap?
I will admit, I have shit memory. What happened last time? What happened? There was a lot of fighting. Then the princess came. Then more fighting. Then you fought that giant. I killed it. It came back up. More fighting. And then killed it again. And I think that's where we left off.
There was also the princess, but yeah, pretty much.
Yes, the princess. Oh, how I fought for her.
And you were the one that did the killing blow.
Quite dramatically, I might add.
You know, he's not wrong. He is not wrong.
Huh?
Nothing.
No, I went, huh?
No, wrong thing. Stop.
He is updating something for the Twitch stream.
Ah.
Let's
No,
see, what else is
I'm
there to
clicking the
remember
wrong
about
things.
So, in the southeastern corner, the princess has been sniping soldiers. I think losing some of her own soldiers.
Yep.
The priests faction, they've proven to be zealots, one and all, but some of the guards are working with us, but one of the good guards did die. So.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
I did it.
Woo! I don't know what you did, but you did it.
Is it changed?
Like what?
I'm checking. Yes, Dungeons and Dragons.
Thank you. I still had it as Stardew. It's been a while. So, there's no turn order. As you see, the giant that has been killed twice is now on the ground, on his back. Some of the guards are a little in disarray, but the princess was able to take control of all the guards pretty fucking quickly with just that look. Void, you would have seen this look before, probably a look that you quite like. I'm not judging. And they kind of go into a hush as she stares at you all to see what your next move is, and that will decide what she will do next. Because she did watch as one of your party members, did the killing blow, which was, kind of epic in my opinion.
Well, where's my staff?
It was in the rubble, if you remember, or was that an in character question?
Yeah, that was in character.
Oh, sorry.
It was good.
If you want help, I can help you look for it.
Yeah. It should be somewhere around this ruined building. Oh man, that guy hits like a truck.
In that case, Schwager will just start pulling bricks from the rubble.
Truck hun.
And just stacking them in a way that, they can potentially be reused, but also just to get them out of the way in general.
It'll take you not long with two people to find it. 5, 10, maybe 15 minutes if that.
If we do take that time, do we still hear any fighting from this corner?
No, there's no fighting at all. When everything kind of calmed down, you would have heard a kind of whistle in the direction of the princess. She kind of called everyone to attention, so everyone just stopped what they were doing. and are waiting to be told what to do by authority, which would be the princess.
Oh, if you're on the list, so you would step in line.
She
This over
will
here.
take this time while you're doing your little diggy dig to tell some of the guards, hey, look for any people in duress, anyone that's hurt, blah, 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 which that actually never happened because, because the one person that was hurt was healed. So that was lucky. But they will also, start to collect the dead bodies, be it the soldiers and or the church. Some will assess the damage that's happened, basic duties. I'm not going to move all the tokens because,
Yeah.
but they're basically ignoring you right now. Some will help you with the rubble because that's their job, but other than that, you're basically being ignored by them.
Okay.
I mean, in all honesty, they probably, especially when it comes to me being one of the guards, probably have no fucking clue what to think of me.
You were being told what to do.
No, I'm talking about just in general.
We could see if this chaos has affected the king's castle area. We weren't able to get in before to share our message, but maybe the royal guard are feeling a bit more willing to discuss things if we have the princess with us. No, what am I thinking? We need that heathen.
Heathen's not there.
Ethan's safe with Tranquil, remember?
We don't know for sure. Where else
I
is
was
he
out of
hiding?
character.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Tranquil, roll a D120 to see if you're still safe.
A D20 or
D20.
what?
You're still safe for now,
Damn.
as far as you know.
He kept going till they were outside the city.
Doesn't mean there's not danger outside the city.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But like out of character, we are supposed to meet up when possible, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just trying to get Tranquil away from the fighting.
Tranquil was trying to get Tranquil away from the fighting.
So it's been a while.
Heathen.
Tranquil was trying to get Heathen away from the fighting. So if the combat can no longer be heard, he'd probably wait like 20 minutes before trying to go back to the spot we were going to meet at.
As far as you know, it has calmed down, but you don't know if it's because the fighting has moved. Maybe there's just less fighting. You just know that it's not as loud as it was before. Like because you could hear the giant, when he was roaring and whatnot.
Yeah.
You don't hear that now, but that's for you to decide on that info.
Okay.
I will squeeze the love out of you.
He would wait till he after the combat, after like the loud fighting is over, he'd wait 20 minutes, then go to the meeting spot.
What are you doing for Heathen while he kind of was dealing with this whole PTSD shit going on?
He was comforting him as best he can. He had him under calm emotions, I believe, so.
Yes, but that doesn't mean that the damage hasn't been taken.
Yeah.
The damage has already been done since he was a slave.
He's just attempting to comfort him and assure him that everything is going to be okay.
He has seen so much shit.
Well, after playing in like the rubble, you would kind of Trogger or would go around, basically gather up our group because we have to go meet up with Tranquil still.
do we want to ask the guards, like, do civilians need help first? I mean, there's this damage we just saw, but
They will be able to deal
I
with
guess that
it.
could take hours.
You can see some of the guards ushering, not quickly, but like, hey, come this way, let's go over this way, with some of the nearby pedestrians.
We were trained for moments like this. In case of enemy attack, they can deal with it. Assuming it is, of course, that they aren't just corrupted people, but that's a risk that we just have to take sometimes. Yeah.
Do we have to go to see Heathen? I mean, the princess is right there.
You can see her. She is kind of shining in this moment of glory as she is expertly directing the guards on what to do, like a true leader is supposed to. That is
That
to
was,
Arcus's eyes.
that was the original plan, to go meet up with them after this was over.
I know. I not want to, but we gotta do what we gotta do. Oh, no.
Are you
Arcus
are you
will,
asking are
Arcus
you
will.
asking to stay with the princess? I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Are you asking to stay with the princess while we pick them up?
Well, I was gonna talk to her, but also I want to get a closer look at this. He pokes the giant guy with his staff. This guy, this numbnuts.
That is entirely fair. This is something else that I don't think any of us have ever seen. Best to get an idea of what they are. Eh?
Is anyone going to investigate the dead guy? The big dead guy? God damn it, Dean.
Well,
Arcus will.
yeah.
Roll an investigation at normal unless someone's helping you. If so, then they can also roll separately or give you advantage.
But
Guidance.
whoever would come with him, Trogger would basically go to head out to go grab Heathen and Tranquil, so that way they could all meet back up together.
God.
Nice. Fucking nice.
Wow. Wow. You do get a DM's inspiration because you did the intro, just to let you know. Anyone that does the intro gets an inspiration. I forgot to mention it earlier. Just putting it out there.
Don't forget whoever still has inspiration, because I think one of us still does, or two of us.
Yeah,
From
probably
before, from
not.
making Kyo laugh.
Yeah, I'll use it.
Hey, it ain't a one.
Yeah. So, we'll go with Viola first. No, I'll do Arcus first because it's lower.
Wait. I
What?
got something this for that. I got just the feet. I'm glad I chose this. I do that with advantage, so it's the 14. With the
Okay.
2, that's 16.
I accept. Yeah, so both of you would notice it has a giant hole in its head, a giant hole in its chest. The armor looks rather rushed, to put it lightly. It's mixed pieces of metals and whatnot to make a makeshift to cover the body. Do you move any of the armor pieces?
Viola would touch him.
Yeah, August would to see, get a close look where he shot his heart at.
What are you touching, Viola?
Like his shoulder pieces or his helm. She wants to know like if this guy looks like he's from this continent or if she might recognize him somehow.
Okay. As you are digging closer to investigate more, Arcus, you said you're looking at the head or the heart?
The heart.
Okay. Where the heart was, you see shattered glass pieces, shattered something, and it would remind you of the crystals you've seen before. There is no actual heart there, or at least what remnants would be. It's pieces of that shards. You know what I just said was redundant. Anyway, as you also look at his body, he doesn't look like one creature.
He looks like stitched together faces or something.
Not really stitched, more like forcefully combined.
Necromancy.
Close. Close. He would be considered a chimera. If any character does know what a chimera and the things required for it, they can roll a intelligence or a history with it. So to be able to point this out, but that's only if you personally be like, oh yeah, I would know about this type of subject. If not, you just know that they kind of look like a mashup. You know, you don't see stitches, you see them like they're blended in certain areas, like melded together, if that makes sense.
That's why I said necromancy, because flesh golems. Fun creatures.
Does the wolf goddess of the eastern continent like curse people with mutations or chimerism or stuff like that, or she's against that?
That's a good question.
Because she's like pro magical creatures, natural stuff.
I
So
would say
maybe,
that
maybe
the
not.
topic is more taboo than anything, but it's not a very widely known subject in the East.
Oh, I'll roll with disadvantage.
Because a lot of creatures, if they're mashed together, it's from breeding, you know, like natural selection kind of thing. Then again, can you really say that magic creatures breeding is natural? But you know.
No.
In a
So
world full of
nature.
magic, you could.
You would know that it's a chimera, but you wouldn't really know what pieces, like what individual species. You just know it's a
But it doesn't.
type of humanoid.
Okay, it doesn't look like it has dragon mixed in there, though.
Well, technically, from the dragon soul crystals, you're not too far off.
But biologically.
Unless you stripped them, you wouldn't really know. You could see some human in there, some orc. It's mostly bipedal. I can say that.
Interesting.
But there are some parts like you don't really know what it could be just because of how it's melded together. You can only speculate. As you two are investigating, the princess is going to call out to your party and in a demanding way, like, what are you doing to it?
Trying to figure out what it is, ma'am.
Princess, yes, we're just trying to get a better idea what, try to smash me into paste.
Hulk smash.
This creature came back from the brink of death. It's a monstrous amalgamation of magic.
She's going to look to Void like, that last hit you did was rather impressive.
Why, thank you. I did it in your name.
I might say that if you did a bit more training, you wouldn't make a half bad leader. She's kind of looking away as she says this.
Oh, Princess, you flatter me.
I do have a question of my own now. That being, what in the hell happened?
As in?
That's it.
You're going to have to
Why?
explain in what regard.
Why is there a bounty on us? Why was Heathen almost killed? Why is Heathen an assassin? For you or the king or
Not to
no,
mention
for
the
your brother.
infighting, the dragons missing, the dragons flying away from the city.
She kind of goes silent for a moment, tapping her foot, trying to decide like what to tackle first. There is much to discuss for now with my elite soldiers, and it'd be the ones that are like immediately surrounding her that haven't left. We are going to storm the castle. You are free to do as you wish. You can join. You don't have to. I don't care. But I will address my brother myself and these allegations that are afoot.
I must warn you one thing. Your brother seems to have gone quite mad.
My dear, you don't know the half of it. She kind of has like a bitter smile. And she'll.
And I would say the royal guards, I think they're on his side. Of whatever the hell has happened.
She will snap her fingers, and the immediate guards will do a salute, and they will walk off towards the castle.
If they're saluting towards him, he would salute back.
No, it's like a salute because of her response. She's getting their attention and like, okay, let's go. These are her personal guards.
I know. I was just covering my bases.
Yep. So she is giving you the freedom to join her or do your own thing. But she is going to go address her brother herself now.
So are we?
Have you figured out what the creature is at least?
Well, I don't have this. I don't really have any history of this type of magic.
So what you're saying is we don't know.
Well, I don't. Viola?
It's not something I have experience in, but I don't see any connection with the undead and the crypts, nor with my own specialty.
So yes, the answer is we have no clue what this is. Okay.
Well, we do have a sort of idea. I mean, these shards right here. Yeah, these shards right here from the dragon soul shards. Well, that's something.
Maybe it was keeping it alive? It fell after you broke it, no?
Wish it would stay down, but
Either way, we at least need to make sure everyone's okay. We have 2 people unaccounted for. We should probably find them at some point.
And suddenly the body jerks and grabs Void and tears him in half. No.
Nah, I live.
That would be one hell of a way to die in the game.
I said you give her bad mouthing him. Stay not dead.
I won't consider saying stay dead to be a bad mouth, more of a please for the love of every fucking thing that lives, stay dead type thing, you know? That's all I feel.
Yeah,
if
it's
you guys
probably
want to stay here, I can go grab Traveler. Tranquil and Heathen and bring them back here. But I do not think it would be necessarily safe to stay here.
Yeah, that sounds good. I thought we were all just gonna head with the princess. You know, give her some backup, maybe test her a bit. You know, her support.
Well,
Quotations.
we can follow her after we're at full strength.
Just so long as we aren't marching into that awful church while part of my skin is still rotted from those priests,
If I go back
I will
to that
happily go
church-
back into the city.
If I go back to that church, it would be to crucify the man who did this. Gesturing towards the creature. So let's not
All
go
right.
back there.
All right. We can let someone else deal with that.
Yep, I agree.
Ideally, the dragons will spit on it with their fire.
Cleansing fire. Either way, if you wish to stay here, I will go grab them, or you can come with me. But either way, we should be back in at least towards this way in not that long. Less than an hour. Assuming he hasn't gone far.
I will help you in case it is a bit of a search. We don't know how chaotic things are across the rest of the continent. If the dragons have been active rather than just flying around.
Alright then. And we will start heading off to find those two.
So what does the
If
main
people
party
follow
group
them or
want
not.
to do? Or, not say anything. Okay.
The main party group.
Okay,
The two who are staying.
That would be Void and then someone who's not here, probably.
well, Trogger is going to go get Tranquil. Arcus and Viola are still here. What are they going to do while Trogger goes get Tranquil?
You know what? Fair. Okay, I'll stay.
And technically, you two are the last members of the OG group.
Yeah.
That's depressing.
I have an idea. Do you know that shop we went to when we first arrived? We were given that explosive scroll. If we're going to see the prince, why don't we go shopping?
Oh, I think I'm liking what I'm hearing.
Yeah, there's no one there.
Shopping.
The pedestrians, including shop owners, are being escorted out of this damaged area.
Means no one will be in there, which means there's a discount.
True.
Oh, $3.99.
Everything must go, paid or not, right?
Are you going to shoplift while there are random guards sporadically around?
I'd always leave gold on the counter for when they come back.
Or
That also works.
I'm gonna murder your character one day. Just saying.
Oh, it's gonna be fun too.
Well, if you
That's
did that around the corner or something, Viola will not complain. But
roll
I
me
think she's sort of, yeah.
a sleight of hand to disappear so no one sees you, kind of thing, a stealth.
And the same thing.
Yeah. You're able to slip around and then you're gone, but no one's really paying attention because, they're busy.
They got people to worry about.
And
I'm
I
like
hate
a
you,
shadow.
but you're busy.
Unseen and unheard.
It's technically not against your god's views either, technically.
The best type of right, technically right, as Arcus sneaks on into the store.
You can see that it's a bit shambled because, everything was shaking, but everything is pretty much left. Any cases are locked up for like the quote expensive things. But it's pretty much, it's all there.
Do we see magical stuff? Is that like scroll something this guy ordered, or do we just see weapons and adventuring gear?
Unless you can actively view for magical items, you're gonna have to roll for it in Arcana.
Damn, don't have my map. Wait, do I? I'm gonna look that later.
Because I know there's, I believe, a spell so you can actively look for magical things. So unless you have that, you're gonna have to roll Arcana.
Like magic.
Yeah. Or unless you're like, oh, I know that item. That's actually, something I've seen. Blah blah blah. Because you're a wizard and you know magic.
They're a wizard.
I think I forgot to choose that, but I'll just roll for now.
You're a wizard, Harry. With an 11, you notice that you yourself are magical and invisible. Holy hell. You walked by a mirror and you don't see shit. Are you a vampire?
Interesting.
You do detect magic on yourself. I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of myself. I swear.
So, in the subnote of Arcus commits wizard crime, subnote, he is magical.
Put a couple rainbows there.
Oh, yes! Oh, I got it. I have colors too. Where are my colored pens?
Viola, are you also going to look for these items?
No. If she doesn't see something obvious, then no.
Well,
She was hoping to actually just buy it for a very high discount.
As far as you can tell, just roll me a basic investigation. Yeah, as far as you can tell, like at the very beginning of the shop, you've got your basic travel survival stuff. Some of it's some basic like camping gear, maybe some specialty items for certain classes. Quill, ink, certain things. You can see behind a case that's locked some rings. Another case, there's some scrolls. You don't know what they are, and they are behind locked glass, but as far as you know, and this is like further in the shop.
Okay. I knew I forgot something. It was my Eldritch Invocation, and it's one for this situation because I forgot to choose it.
Eldritch Sight.
So yes, I can see magic stuff.
Can you perform this while also invisible?
Eldritch Sight's a passive ability.
It's always active.
Okay. Yeah, you can see like some of the scrolls are magical. Some of the rings are magical. It doesn't tell you what those magics are, but you can tell they're magic. It also says you can tell like what classes they belong to, but again, it's not like you can see this does this spell, this does this incantation. You just know that this goes to this class of magic, this goes to that class.
What do you mean only some of them are magical? Are there just scrolls of non-magic magic?
No, it's like books aren't always magic. It's paper, like magical research stuff.
The incantations and whatnot written.
Eeny, meeny, miny. Whatever ones.
Are you going
Argus just chooses. He
for
just chooses random.
the rings or scrolls?
Why not both?
Yeah.
Okay, let me rephrase that. Which one are you going for first?
Well, you grab some rings.
Again,
first.
they're behind a locked glass. Are you going to try to unlock said glass?
An attack roll might break your invisibility.
Yeah, because I cannot. I don't know how that lockpick.
You can also just break it.
I can just break it.
Because I'm trying to like explain like when you go to a jewelry shop how they have the glass and it's locked kind of thing. You can see through it and there's a lock.
Well. I think first things first, let's take the easy stuff first. So I guess I'll take the scrolls first.
Again, behind locked glass.
Well, then I guess we're just gonna do this fast and hard then. Which one to go through first? Oh, wait. Yeah, I got an idea. This will break my invisibility, but give us more time to escape in case anyone else notices. Where's my second one?
I'm looking for.
In front of the store, Ashton waves his hand as his belly drops to create an image of the storefront without me or Viola in it.
So it's showing that you're not there.
Yes.
This motherfucker using smoke and mirrors type go invisible. That's great.
No, that's fine. As far as anyone passing by, unless they actively look like this seems odd, kind of thing, they don't see anything. That's fine.
I can cast that. I can cast that at will, so it doesn't use a spell slot. All right.
Are you still invisible though?
Nope.
Okay. Great.
Marcus looks at Viola. Oh, hey. Viola, I'm going to point you towards the magic rings. You get those while I grab some of these scrolls. Okay? And then we're going to break the glass, do it at the same time, and then run out of here as fast as possible. Preferably do a back door because,
there's only one entrance and one exit.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna get my notes ready for when they get caught.
And you wondered why there was a bounty on them.
Yeah.
If we return these later.
At least one of you has a conscience.
Are we returning these later? I mean, this guy did try to almost get me killed. Kind of peeved about that, honestly.
Well, we can wait until there's an appropriate moment.
What do you mean? Everyone's distracted. I don't see how this isn't an appropriate moment. Everyone's running away.
I mean, returning them. Telling anyone we took them in the first place.
Oh,
Yeah, she's going to help you take the rings.
Oh, I get you. I get you. We're totally gonna return them. Wink.
How are you going to
Something
break
wrong
it
with your eye?
open?
Well, we're just gonna have to break the glass open.
Then you're both going to have to roll a strength. Flat.
I don't have a single spell to help with that. Wait,
You have a
I
knife.
could use Thunderclap if that can break glass, but that would make noise for like 300 feet.
I can't shoot an Eldritch Blast at it to break it.
I mean, technically, you could.
That's force damage.
You also have a knife or a staff.
Oh wait, a knife. Yeah, that
No,
would make more
let them
sense.
decide what they're going to do. Don't worry, I'm ready for this. I'm waiting
Wait a
for
second.
this.
Wait a minute. I'm looking at my backpack. I have a crowbar.
Whatever you're going to do, both of you tell me or write it or roll it. I don't care. Both of you have one action on how you're going to decide how to open your box.
All right. Do you have anything for opening the box?
Because I believe you're going to do it at the same time, so it doesn't matter what you do. Let's go, Arcus. What are you going to do with your box?
Viola is going to heal herself right now just because she's getting a feeling of some sort. Then she'll do her action.
Okay.
Arcus uses a crowbar on the box.
Are you hitting the box or are you trying to break the lock itself?
Break the lock.
You just roll I guess a strength with advantage. Doesn't matter. I mean, it's a lock and it's glass.
Come on, muscles.
Again, it's glass and a lock. You can just punch it with it and it would break. Viola, how are you going to break open yours?
I don't want to pick the wrong thing, but I think I'm going to.
Won't matter what you pick, it's going to be the wrong thing regardless, but I'm enjoying this nonetheless. Basically,
Here,
I'm
take
like, here,
this.
hold my beer, watch the shit.
That's for you.
You're guiding them to do crime.
No, they are guiding themselves. So write this shit down as it happens, okay? You're going to have to retell this next time.
Oh, I'm 100% all over this.
So what are you going to do, Viola? Come on, we're waiting on you.
She's going to use shape water to try and pick the lock.
With what water?
I believe she has a water skin, but I'll check. Torch rations. Yep, I have a water skin.
Okay. So you're a water bender at the moment.
Yeah.
Roll a performance or strength. I don't care which one to pick it, kind of break it open. Yeah. As you both do this, instantaneously alarm goes off. And because it's two at the same time, it's double the sound. The spell alarm was cast on anything valuable enough like this. And because two of them are going off at the same time, it is echoing out twice as
Did
loud
I
as it would
not
have
see
been.
this?
What?
Did I not see the alarm on the
As far as you would have
lock?
seen, it would have been magical, but I mean, that could have been because of the scroll right behind it. You were looking for items that were magical you wanted to take. I didn't think you'd want to take a lock.
Oh, that's on me.
Because you were looking for scrolls and the rings, not for anything else.
Why did no one check for traps?
Yeah, no one checked for a trap. You've got one action right now to decide what you're going to do, because regardless of your illusion, everyone in a probably 60-foot radius is going to hear this shit, if not more. And remember, it's rather quiet out now because people are just being ushered away, you know? So you're the only one making loud enough sounds. But yeah, take your action. Oh, by the way, you're
I
kind of
am
back
going
of the
to cast-
store, so
Do any of the walls of the store look thin enough to break, or are they actual stone like these?
oh, they're all just pure
Right.
stone walls. I mean, this is a place of business. It's built to last. You know, besides random repairs here and there, and it wasn't in the area that was damaged.
Did I see a window?
Not for this particular store. It was meant to be a one in and one out. They were probably
Okay.
robbed before, so there's a reason there's no windows or a back door.
I'm casting level 2 Longstrider on the two of us so that we can run.
Are we at least grabbing the stuff first?
I don't think I rolled high enough to actually open the lock on mine.
Oh no, you opened it. That's why the alarm went off. Unless you stopped the actual spell itself, or or you had the key to unlock it that would have automatically taken the spell off and on, kind of like a trigger.
Hold on. If you want to mention something about a key, technically picking the lock could count as using the key. Because they only opened the lock, they didn't force it.
No, the key itself is the trigger to unlock it and lock it. It's like a 2-point spell. You either disenchant the spell.
Gotcha. Okay, never mind.
Or
then.
the key
Y'all
itself turns it off. Again, you can take on account of this. He's been robbed before, so he's not taking this lightly. So yeah, there's a reason they probably had a bounty on them, or at least now. So yeah, decide what you're going to do. You have a couple seconds before guards are rushing.
Grab random stuff, and Arcus puts a hand on Viola and casts invisibility on her.
I don't.
Can I cast Longstrider on both of us? Can you cast invisibility on two people?
Not yet. Oh, it's only on you for now. I have another escape means with my last spell slot.
I appreciate it very, very much.
If you have concentration to do this while panicking. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
If he could hold concentration mid-combat, he could hold concentration during this.
I don't need to concentrate for Longstrider, though, so you enjoy that speed boost.
So you're giving Longstrider to
Both of us. I'm casting at second level. So we can both run. And I'm also grabbing at least one ring to put on. You can tell me later how many I grabbed.
Multiple rings, multiple scrolls.
Well, you're invisible.
You could roll a D10. Viola.
If I have to.
And Arcus can roll a D6. You grab 3 rings. You grab 3 scrolls. Now remember, I did say some of the rings and some of the scrolls were magical.
I did point them out which ones were magical.
You didn't state that, did you?
He did.
I did.
Okay. But yeah, you were able to grab 3 and 3.
3 magical rings, 3 magical scrolls.
Oh, I gotta get out of here.
Viola is the only one invisible.
Yep, this is now grand larceny, mind you.
It's for a good cause.
And since there are guards sporadically everywhere, yeah, Arcus is going to be at least the only one identified in what's going on.
Wait, can I just put my cloak up over my face?
He's running.
I mean, you're already running.
Yeah.
You should have said that as you were doing this.
I didn't think we'd left yet.
I thought.
I didn't. I said that we're going to run. Do I need to do a stealth, or can I just
You're invisible.
focus on speed and dash? Yeah, I'm dashing.
They won't know who
Zoom.
you are, but they'll catch your buddy.
I got one more trick with my last spell slot.
I'll run 30 feet away, but want to be close enough to cast a spell if I need to. So next turn.
So are you actively running and trying to be stealthy?
I'm trying to run until I'm around a corner and see if my friend gets away. Then I have a clear out avenue to keep running. If he doesn't, I'm going to cast a certain spell.
Well, since people are running towards that direction, you're going to have to avoid them without hitting into them. Roll me a flat stealth, because this is a lot of chaos. Or acro athletics, because you're dodging people as y'all are running against each other.
I have a slightly bit higher bonus.
Yeah, you're able to kind of slip through, get behind an area out of way. Marcus, what are you doing
Sprinting.
with your hood on?
Yes.
I would like to point out that a hood is still a part of your original attire, and all it's doing is hiding your face.
Ain't good enough. I can't do anything else.
You're gonna have to ditch all of your clothing in favor of new clothing.
No, it's
You
not
are
my
going to have to roll
personality.
an athletic or acro to get away from them. And if you roll below, you're getting spotted. Okay. I also want you to roll a flat, a disadvantage stealth.
Sneaky. The gods are on my side this day.
She said
You said disadvantage. That's a 6.
Which means no, the gods are not in your favor today.
I will say. Yes.
Do you have inspiration?
He used that earlier.
I used it. And I used my thing that'll make that flat roll. Oh well.
You are able to leave the shop without hitting, tripping, and whatnot. And as you are getting away, someone able to spot something, like maybe the edge of your cloak, maybe your back. Yeah, they are actively pursuing you now. You're fast, but they still saw you, or at least a part of something.
Well, we're running.
I like to imagine you just helped save the kingdom, and now you're stealing from them.
We haven't saved it yet. The city's still under the heel of a tyrant who, yeah.
While this is going on, Trogger, you're going to go get Tranquil? We'll wrap back on this.
Okay. Because my notes as is Arcus uses a pry bar, Viola uses shape water, alarms, grand larceny, and now an active pursuit.
Yeah,
Okay, let's get more exciting.
What is there not to love?
About grand larceny?
Oh, I was going to say about Arcus, but okay.
The
princess just can't help but fall in love with you. You help and then you steal.
Like a dashing rogue.
I was going to say a messed up Robin Hood, but okay.
You are dashing away from the officers.
If you can get away.
Anyways, what's up? I've been called upon?
Yes, you're going for Tranquil.
Yes, indeed I am.
Is Tranquil there?
Yes. I don't know, like he's just gonna be where the party was told to meet up.
Are you still carrying Squidward?
Yeah, he'll be carrying the barrel while Tranquil either follows him or something.
Follows him.
Yeah, Keaton follows him.
So what happens?
Kia, are you muted?
No, what?
What happens?
What?
I'm
Sorry.
gonna go find them. We're
Yeah.
not at the people running from the police. What's happening?
Well, no. So Trogger met up with Tranquil and Heathen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to take a little bit for you to come back to the city. Or where were you meeting up at the city?
No, we're meeting up outside of it, just about. And then, well, clearly since the rest of them are back there, we seem to want to go help the princess. So he'll start to lead them back.
For the two of you, roll a perception.
Oh, what have you fucks done? Well, I know what you fucks have done.
Trogger hears the alarm. Tranquil hears the alarm that suddenly went off. Quote, the spell alarm, not just an alarm. Because
The
Tranquil
spell alarm is only heard by the caster.
Yeah.
Okay, it is
There's
an
two versions
alarm.
of it.
Okay. I know alarm is only heard by the
I'm
caster.
flavoring it my own fucking way. It's an alarm.
Yeah, no, I was saying it to whoever said there was two versions. There was only one.
I thought there was one that was a generic sound and one was
No.
hidden.
Yeah. No, it's the caster hears it. So it's great for people keeping watch and whatnot. Or sleeping and whatnot. But yeah, I'll just look over and go, if I had to take a guess, I would assume that a building got damaged or someone tripped and fell.
Trogger
Either
would know
way-
exactly what that alarm would signify.
Well, yeah, of course. As I said, a building probably got damaged, i.e. the building with the alarm in it, which would cause the owner to trigger because it broke something. Or someone tripped and fell into it.
Mm-hmm. Tripped.
Because why in the fuck would our party start to steal? And why would someone ever try to steal with this much guard presence around that area?
No one, that's why.
Exactly. So clearly, it's an accident. Which means something probably happened, so you might want to be ready just in case someone's hurt.
Hurt
Otherwise,
by
the
being a
fighting is-
dumbass.
Out of character, yes! Hurt by being a dumbass. In character, I have no fucking clue.
What are we gonna do now?
Well, the fighting's done. All we can really do is head back. They seem to want to help the princess and taking the castle. We might be able to actually potentially establish some form of protection for people here. Otherwise, we're just meeting back there once everything's done before we stage up and ready to go. Probably to get resources, supplies, and then figure out where we're going from there. The princess came around and yeah, it was interesting. There's some things that you might be interested to see as to what we might be dealing with. How are you holding up, Heathen?
Heathen kind of looks to you a bit disheveled, but fine for now. You can kind of see some bags under their eyes. It's not like y'all have had an actual time to rest, other than like in the carts, but like an actual time to decompress rest.
That's a good idea. I think rest is in order for all of us. Yeah.
He's also been holding on to Tranquil's like jacket or whatever top he's wearing, so he's not like too far away.
He'll hand him. He'll offer like his water canteen, like if he needs some water.
Oh no, this is more like if he kind of like mentally like goes out, he's still able to like, oh, they're still walking, follow.
No, I know.
Okay.
Again, he's gonna offer his canteen if they need water.
No, he's not really focusing on his body needs. He's just kind of there.
Fair enough. What
Okay.
else do I say hearing this? Like, what else am I supposed to say? Most of the action's definitely not with Tranquil and Trogger. It is with those two.
Yeah, we're going to wrap back to those two now. Are you going to start heading towards the city?
Tranquil and Trogger?
Yeah.
I think that is the idea, yes.
Tranquil say, I'm not sure how good of an idea it is for us to stay in the city for very long, especially with heathen here.
Well, it's your decision to decide what you're going to do. So then the rest of the party could find out of where you're going to meet up and then what you're going to do afterwards.
Well, as I was effectively saw, the rest of them are still there, so we might as well just meet up back there. Get the full party to strength, right?
So Viola, you see that the guards are on Arcus's tail.
That instills so much confidence in me.
I'm gonna roll to see how many feet behind. Oh yeah, they saw where he was or this person was going. There's a chance for you to get away, but you see that they are going in the direction he went.
Okay, so
You put on some Benny Hill music. This is an active chase.
That's exactly what I was fucking thinking, Kyo.
do you think that the spell invisibility would break if I use color spray, which clearly does not injure people?
If it doesn't attack roll, yes.
It does not do an attack roll.
Then no.
It does not have a saving throw.
Then no. That is.
Then I'll run behind the guards, but not within range, and basically put my hands together like I'm going to blow on a blowgun, puff, and cast this spell, and it'll just go in a little flat triangle shape, and just from behind wrap around a bunch of their eyes. And then it almost definitely won't catch my ally because it is very dang short range. And I just want to blind them for a second, disorient them.
How far behind them do you have to be for this?
15 feet.
It's a 15-foot cone, so he just has to be 5 feet behind whoever's running and then 15 feet in front of the guards effectively because they're running into it.
Do you have the colored sand that it says required?
Doesn't require it if it's not a material value.
And actually, I have a Rod of Retribution, which is I don't need 0 cost materials.
Got it. Let's see.
So you guys have buckets of hit points, but I am throwing yet another second level spell behind this. I know I'm using a first level spell. I just want to blind some of them. I can throw more first level spells if I need it. Save that for an actual emergency.
No, it's 60-10, so like casting at second would make it 80-10, so you're not missing much really on average.
Yeah, okay.
On average, it's maybe 10.
I'd like to think of this as one of the best shenanigans besides with the sandworm that happened. This is probably the second best.
All right, so 50-foot cone, 60-10. I hope they don't have many hit points. Maybe they're all damaged because they were fighting. Let's go with that.
Yeah, so you're going to get at least 2, maybe 3 of them. Do you have to stand still as you cast this?
It costs 1 action, but I can use my movement before and after my action, and
Okay.
I'm 40-foot speed right now, so.
And you're behind them. I'm trying to
Yeah.
like visually. Yeah. You get about 3 of them. 2 are still going after Void. So Void, you still have 2 on your tail if you do notice or not. I want you to roll a d4, but wait. You get to pick, even or odds, which one of them a guard bumps into you, which one they don't.
Even they don't, they do.
Okay, you heard that. So roll a d4. I mean, this was for Viola, so yeah.
Oh. Oops.
A guard bumped into you while you were doing this.
Was invisibly behind them?
Doesn't mean there's not other guards coming up.
Okay. Does getting bumped into remove invisibility?
Does it?
No.
No. I'm concentration on it, so you're good.
Do you want me to roll a saving throw to not cry out and like, what the fuck?
Yeah. See if you fall on the ground or whatnot. As far as the guard knows, it bumped into something as colors were happening on the other people.
Guys probably like, the fuck is this?
Do a wisdom.
Oh yeah, you're fine. Roll a athro or athletics to make sure you don't hit the ground, because these are big guys.
No.
You were the chosen one.
Hit the high ground. Yeah, so do with that as you will. When being bumped into, something stopped the guard. He's like, what the fuck? He sees these colors attacking his party members. He's going to take a whistle out and start blowing it for more attention of more guards. There's fuckery afoot. He doesn't know what's going on. And there has to be something invisible, because what else did he hit? There was nothing in front of him. And where did these colors come from?
Magic.
So, there is a whistle going along that he's calling out to signal more guards. Viola, you're on the ground, and Arcus, you have 2 guards currently behind you.
Alright. Get one more trick up my sleeve. As Arcus is running, he's looking for any open window that's dark inside. What do you see one?
There are multiple windows, and technically from the outside it would be dark. It's middle of the day.
Excellent. So as he's running, without only looking at his peripheral vision, so the guards don't know what you're looking at, he casts Dust Walk into one of those windows. As he teleports inside a dark area.
Okay, I'm going to have you roll a d20, but wait. Do you want to do high or low numbers, or even and odd numbers?
Let's just go high or low.
Okay. Again, your choice. If it's high or low, someone sees you and screams because someone just magically appeared, and the other is no one's there.
Let's make that low.
That someone sees you?
Yeah.
Okay.
D20?
Roll a d20. No one's there. You teleport, and it's an empty room. Someone that was there was already being ushered out.
Yep. Teleport in the room, Astrum immediately hits the ground to avoid the open window.
I like to think you can unclench your butthole now.
Well, that's me. IRL me.
As you take cover, you see the 2 guards that are rushing by the window. Not too far behind are the 3 that were kind of blinded. They're somewhat trying to follow, and you do hear the whistling. You don't know why there's a whistle being blown, but there's a whistle not too far from you.
I asked him to look for a bed sheet or what's that thing called? That thing for hangers where you blinds, bed sheet or blinds to cover himself up in like a sort of like a hoodie as he makes his way to the roof.
This is a 1-story building.
Saying this walks outside normally to the roof after making sure that all the other guards pass by, unless the door is just on the other side of the window.
Roll me a performance to see how well you're covered up. Yeah, that's fine. You take one of their fabrics, doesn't matter what it is, to cover what colors you were. You kind of have like, what the hell, Cookie? You have like a makeshift wrap around you. It is getting a rather warm. You're in multiple layers now. But yeah, you're able to make it up there. You can just climb up there if you can. I mean, it wouldn't be too hard to do some climbing. Viola, what are you doing? You were knocked to the ground quietly.
Yeah.
And the guard is calling for more guards.
See. Did this guard see where the non-blinded guards ran off to?
I mean, it wouldn't be that hard to see them shuffling off. They're trying to like rub at their eyes, but still keep the direction they were supposed to go to follow the guy. They're just trying to do their job. So it wouldn't be hard to see 3 people stumbling off.
Okay. Do I see any weapons or pieces of armor left over from the battle around me?
I mean, the guard has a scimitar.
No, laying around.
Not really. They were cleaning up the area as you were deciding what to do. And they were being rather thorough.
Are we still in front of the shop close enough? Like, can
Not
this guy
really.
see into it?
As he was going around buildings, you were following, so I'd say you're at least a building away-ish. Or at least on the other side of another building.
Are we next to a building that has, like, a door handle in order to open it rather than curtains or something?
I mean, they're not heathens. They would have doors.
No,
Okay.
they're not heathen. Heathens are tranquil and Traga.
Exactly.
I'm going to cast Mage Hand and on a door nearby and use my... Oh, wait, that takes 2 actions. Whatever. It takes hide as an action. If we're not using actual actions right now, then she's just going to, like, step 2 feet away.
You're on the ground, though. You have to get up.
You still have enough movement to do so, pretty much, within 6 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, this is a verbal component. I don't want to do that.
Do you have Subtle Spell?
I did not get that one.
Are you a sorcerer? I don't remember now.
Yep.
They're a druid.
Huh?
Yeah,
Multi-class.
Viola's a druid.
In character, she's just a druid, but basically, yes. Mechanically,
She never stated
is
what she was.
Also true.
I think the only one that stated what they were was Argus and Tranquil as a healer, and then Trotter just as a soldier.
No, Arcus never said what he was. They just think he's a wizard.
Yeah,
Or
you're just a
cleric.
magic user, as far as anyone knows.
Yeah.
Magic
Tranquil is a
Man.
healer of some sort, and then Trogger is just a melee of some sort, being a guard.
If you couldn't tell, he's a soldier. Straight up, see it to the end of his bones.
But no one knows each other's actual class. Just what they could
The
be.
Okay,
the thing,
I have a plan.
what everybody knows Tranquil is he says he is the teeth of his goddess, the fangs of his goddess. So you could either assume cleric or paladin.
Well, you're still just a magic user healer, but don't know the
Yeah.
exact class. You can do magic and you can heal. That's the same with Viola. She can do magic and she can somewhat heal.
Right. So she's going to stand up, move like against a wall of one of the buildings in the alley. She's going to cast Thunderclap while far enough away that no one will get hurt, with just as a somatic component. And then she's going to use the last 15 or 20 feet of her movement to start running away in a different direction.
To get up takes 15 or half your movement, so you would only have
That is
15
true.
feet to move. So you would be
20.
casting the spell. Your movement speed is 40?
It's 40 right now.
Oh,
Because of Longstrider, yes.
you would only have. I thought you put that on. Oh, yeah, you did a second level.
I used a level. Yes.
Then
20
you would
feet of
be casting it within 20 feet of people.
It has a 5-foot damage effect. I literally just want to move an extra 5 feet away from this guy, cast it so that it creates a noise like here, and then move 15 or 20 feet away in a different direction from the noise.
Okay. It says
I'm
that
not
there's
trying to hurt anyone.
Well, this can still be like, are they startled, stunned, or whatnot? So.
Yes.
Because you're
So
doing it in
it's
a
up to you. It just
non-damaging
breaks
way.
invisibility. But yes.
It is technically an attack roll, so would it break your invisibility, Arcus?
Yeah, that would.
But it's.
Do
I need to roll an intelligence thingy to know that I would do that?
Would you know? Have you done this before?
I don't know invisibility. Nope. And
So-
I've seen my party member use it before, and we
Which one, the
fought together,
invisibility?
so I assume we've talked about it, but we have not talked about it on screen.
You may know the gist of invisibility because you saw him cast it, but you never saw him cast it with an attack spell. You just saw him drop it because he had to do another spell. So as far as you know, certain spells would negate it. But you
Good
probably
old-
wouldn't know which spells right away unless you asked specifically,
Good old-
hey, which spells negate this spell?
Could
and with-
always just turn a corner.
and
Because
with
when
that,
they go around
we'll
that
take
corner, they
a
won't know.
quick break. You can take a moment to think of what you're going to do. I got to feed the cats.
Yeah, I guess I'll just not cast the spell and just use my action to dash instead.
If you
Or
Well, at least you two are, at the very least.
What have you decided to do?
No, I said we're bad criminals, and I think Arcus's character, I forget your name in Discord. I'm not looking at my computer at the moment. Said, "Are we criminals?" And it was like a question. I'm like, yeah. Warzone or not, it's he still stole.
Anyway, Viola, did you decide what you were going to do? Are you still going to do Thunderclap?
No, I'm just going to use my action to stealthily move for the rest of my movement and like get away from this area. And the next turn I'll be dashing.
Roll it.
Come on, +3.
That's not with advantage because you're invisible.
This is true.
Yeah.
Yep.
Keo, I'm rolling with advantage, but just look at the first number. Or look at whichever is higher between the two, I'm afraid.
8, 6. Oh, you're missing the 7 between the 6 and 5.
Oh, made me choke on my yogurt.
Well, my joke or them rolling a 6 and 5.
Oh.
Why do I roll worse when I'm proficient?
Expertise might help.
And sorcerers don't get expertise. Shut up.
What?
Keo,
How would
what
you like to deal with
happens?
this? Nothing. So how would you like to play this out? So you coughed while running, got it.
No, I just don't want to run into even more guards, and I don't know what else could happen with a failed stealth like this,
You bump into someone.
aside from Astrum's spell just ending because he needed concentration for something else.
So far he doesn't. Did that last spell need concentration?
No.
Oh, then you're
It's
good. I'll say that as you were trying to run away, maybe you kicked something or it was heard. People are curious about your direction, but you're invisible. You were just not that stealthy.
You kicked up some dirt.
Yeah. People, you are going to hear them, say like, hey, go that way. There's something odd going on, but I mean, it probably just take you some extra minutes to literally get away, but that's about it. You just have to be more cautious.
Okay. And yeah, I'm just trying to get into a part of the city that is not here and not where we saw a bunch of guards mulling around before. So the familiar areas. I'm getting myself lost in the city, I suppose.
Basically, yeah. You're trying to weave and dodge guards, so you don't realize how far you're getting away from Void. So for now, Viola is lost in the city and invisible.
I'm adding 3 rings to my character sheet to make myself feel better.
Just PM me later, and I will do a roll to find out what rings you have. Same for you, Void. PM me just a reminder, and I'll let you know what scrolls you have.
KK.
Because I know they have sheets where like you roll a d20 and you have this, this, and this. Yeah, so Tranquil and Trogger, you're heading back to the city. There's a commotion going on.
Well, you will go to investigate.
You easily find out information that one of the shops were hit, stuff stolen. They actively have one person, investigating what all was stolen, taking inventory. You have sporadic other guards going in different directions, following Viola, but of course going to lose her. Was following Void, you don't know that part, but lost him because he's currently now on a roof for some reason.
I'm looking out to see if I can find my other teammates.
Yeah, she's lost. As far as you know, she went a different direction. She's gone. You can roll at disadvantage to look for her, but as far as she knows, she's fucking lost.
Are you changing your clothing though?
He's
Like the
wrapped in
color
a sheet of some sort to be
But
covered.
he like underneath the sheet, slowly like dyeing his clothing with his hand.
Yes, I'm casting prestidigitation on my clothes.
Are you
underneath the sheet.
jerking your clothes like you did the book?
No, I'm patting myself. I'm ham boning.
Hold
You're
on.
boning
Thank you.
yourself?
Thank
Ham
you, Keo.
boning.
Thank you, Keo.
You don't know about ham boning?
All I hear is your hand is boning.
Ham bone is a language. It's a tap language. kind of.
Oh.
It's meant to be signals, effectively.
Oh.
But
I don't remember
Arcus
this.
bones his clothing to change colors.
Yeah. You could see that there are guards going in other directions, but you wouldn't really know why.
He would just ask, was it?
No, I
a
mean,
group of people or just-
Arcus. He could see that guards,
Oh.
besides going where you were going, you could see some going down one alley, some going down another alley, but as far as you know, she could be anywhere. She's invisible.
Well,
I look to see if I can try Frogger. See if he's
Okay.
left anywhere.
he's pretty fucking easy to spot. But he'd be asking around, like trying to figure out if it was a group of people that hit it, or if it was like a solo, like crime of opportunity type thing.
As far as the information they can quickly piece together, because this just happened, there is at least one suspect, possibly another magic user that is an accomplice, can't tell yet, that is causing a disarray. So there is one main accomplice and possibly a magic accomplice, or one main target.
What that tells me is this is a
and
crime
possibly
of
a magic
opportunity. This is
accomplice.
not premeditated, so this has nothing to do with the war. They just used whatever the fuck happened as
Yeah, this was
cover.
sporadically done.
All right. Do you have any info on what they could have looked like?
They give you the information of how roughly tall the one individual they saw, because they only saw a glimpse, and the color of their jacket and possibly boots. Because again,
Hey,
they just
Arcus,
called
what's the color of your? Roughly, how tall is your character? What's the color of the jacket you wear and color of the boots that you wear? Shadow character.
Brown boots is about what I fit for the height. Oh, yeah, 6'4", and he's skinny.
Well, no, they wouldn't know
white.
your body size. They just know roughly about how tall you are because they only saw a glimpse. Your jacket
So
color
roughly
and
6
possibly
foot,
boot color.
brown boots, and then color of your jacket.
Jacket's blue and white.
Huh. Well, that is both easy and hard to spot, because you'd stick out against the sand, but you won't really stick out just in general in a crowd, except for like the height type thing. But you could easily ditch the jacket before then.
Well, no, being a male, that's a roughly decent height. I mean, everyone's of different heights, so height wouldn't really be a thing unless you're like hella small or hella tall.
And if he's like around 6 foot, that's like kind of
That's
the
basic.
upper average, but
Like,
that's still pretty
5'6"
basic.
and 6'6" is an average height for all normal species.
Cool. So we've got no information. Got it.
Other than the clothing, yeah.
All right. Well, if I
Because,
see them, I'll make sure to apprehend
if
them.
I remember correctly, the original party did not change anything of their clothing when joining, so they easily look like outsiders. So his clothes would be identified as outsider clothing.
Well, I'll keep an eye on out. If I find him, where do you want me to bring him?
Really? Jail.
It's
Duh.
your. There are two things that could bring someone to a place. You could bring them to a jail, or you could bring them to a holding spot before they get transferred.
Yeah, jail. Until we decide what to do with them and find out exactly what all they stole. Or you can just choose to execute. At this point, it's crimes of war.
Fair enough. Then I would probably just execute. It's less paperwork in the end.
They can give
Plus,
you a
if you're
salute
running-
because you are higher authority. But yeah, you basically seeing that what Argus was wearing before, you could match it was him.
I pieced together already in my head. Tall, outsider clothing, blue jacket. Wasn't Arcus wearing a blue jacket? These motherfuckers.
You don't know who the accomplice would have been other than could have been Viola. It could have been someone else he knew. You don't know. But yeah, you know it was Argus at least. Luckily, no one else
on our
really
way.
knows him other than the party.
We
the
got
princess.
much too much to do right now. We'll just let them do their job. But if I see them, I will quote unquote execute.
Yeah, they give you the salute. As far as they know, it's either put them in a holding cell or execute. Crimes during wartime is punishable by death. Everyone knows this.
Did
Now,
not
how
know
the
that.
fuck am I gonna execute you without executing you?
You gotta find him first.
You're right. I do have to find him first.
But Arcus would have found you first.
Oh, 100%. I'm pretty easy to spot, especially if he's on a rooftop.
Yeah, so the streets are rather hot right now looking for individuals that would be considered suspects.
Real
That's all I can
quick,
say.
which one of these buildings is like an inn? Like a place to stay?
Oh, it
like, for a
doesn't
night?
matter. I was just using this as a placeholder. It doesn't matter.
Okay, well,
I
Trager
personally don't
would
even know
basically-
where they would be on this map, so like I said,
Okay,
it doesn't matter.
Trager would find an inn. He'll have Heathen. He'll get Heathen in a room. If there's no one there, he'll just leave 1 gold on the counter, so that way Heathen can have a place to sleep and actually rest.
If they even have an opening currently during this time, a lot of people are going to the inns as places to stay while the casualties are being cleaned up.
Is there an open spot?
Roll a d4. Yeah, there's 4 spots open.
He's just gonna toss a gold coin. How many rooms for this?
1.
Okay.
They're
He'll look to
booking up pretty
Heathen and
fast, so it's great for business. Bad for people,
he'll
great
look,
for me.
he'll look to Heathen and Tranquil. 1 room. I don't know how many beds, but it's enough to rest. I need to go start looking for people. I'll bring our people here. We can meet up here. That way you guys can rest a bit.
Thank you.
Job's never done, is it?
It's a basic room. If you go and look, 2 beds.
Alright, cool. 2 beds. That means both Tranquil and Heathen
Well, I mean,
can
you
have a
would
nice
know
nap.
if Tranquil goes to look, they would find out.
I know. I'm saying that out of character. And I'm Trager, not Tranquil. But effectively, he would have those 2 go rest, and then he's gonna go head back out into the world and start looking.
Viola, what are you doing?
Is Viola still invisible, or is more than an hour passed?
It's only been like 30 minutes, if that. So unless Arcus decides to shut it off,
He has no reason to do that yet. He doesn't know if she's safe yet.
They're invisible. And lost.
And you definitely wouldn't have attracted any attention while you were fleeing around the city afterwards. You just then Viola probably would not have gotten on a rooftop. Similarly, I don't think she feels inclined to steal anything else, given how badly that one went. Is an hour long enough to attune to one of these rings?
Do you want to?
Oh, I'm sorry. You said you wanted to do it later.
Oh no, I
Yeah,
can randomly decide what one of the items is right now.
If you don't mind. I get the feeling next session's going to be really chaotic too.
Sure. I believe it takes 1 hour to attune with one item.
I'm checking.
It takes a short rest, essentially.
So that could be 30 minutes to attune.
Yeah, I'll say during this until you're no longer invisible, you would be attuned.
If the short rest is interrupted, the attunement fails. Gains an intuitive understanding of how to activate any magical properties of the item, including command words.
I will give you more information about it, but you are now attuned to one of the rings. I know what you're attuned to. I will have to get the information for you, and I will post it in DM because you're not going to like it.
It's gonna be water breathing or something silly. Okay. Then she will make her way back to this part of the city as best she can, based on north-south navigation and stuff like that.
I mean, there's
Rather
a little
than,
bit
like,
of a
following
stir-up going
streets.
on still, but it won't take you too long to kind of like, hey, where's this one place? And they'll like, go that way.
All right. Does she make it there before sundown?
It'll be getting close to sundown. You know,
Do I
had
run into
only
anyone else?
little bit planned for this session, and you have taken it so out of what I had planned that I'm glad I didn't have much planned. I still have more planned too.
My notes page is already full.
When she reaches this area, have they moved all of the bodies like you mentioned earlier? Except
Yeah,
for
by
the
the end of
giant,
the
maybe?
day, besides there, being like evidence of a fight, maybe blood and whatnot, the bodies themselves are all gone. It won't take that long to search this whole area of the city with all the guards. So all the bodies themselves are at least gone. Maybe their weapons and whatnot. The big guy, however, is still there. But everyone else is gone that was dead.
Do I see anyone out and about aside from guards, like anyone magical looking or?
No, not really. You might see a couple pedestrians in the outer area of the city, allowed to go back to their homes, but where you're at, just a couple guards here and there, making sure they got everything cleaned up, that everything's going to be calm while they make sure the area is safe for residents to return. They're kind of on more high alert because there was a stealing so soon after the end. But at least some of them would recognize who you are because you were part of that battle.
Okay. Try again. Okay. Sorry, my Discord connection went wild for a sec. Then yeah, she's going to try and ask a guard, do you know where this member of the guards went? And she's referring to Trogger.
That's up to Trogger. Where are you at?
Well, if the guard would have seen him heading to the inn with Tranquil and Heathen, and then at some point Trogger literally stayed for like maybe a minute, minute and a half, 2 minutes, and then left to start looking for both of you.
As far as you would be told, one of them would have seen them passing this direction, but as you go that way, another one said, "Oh, I saw them going that direction." There's too much misinformation due to everyone moving around. It's kind of hard to pinpoint where they are unless you see them.
But I see you first.
What are you doing, Arcus?
Oh, we're just looking for everybody from this party. Jogger, Viola.
Well, you see
And then-
Trogger. You won't see Viola for a little bit since you were quite a ways from the battle zone. And it's starting to get dark.
Well, Arcus will climb down from the roof and kind of fold away the linens into like a neat pile that he's going to carry around while he has changed the color of his clothes to be brown, a more neutral desert look.
The fact that you're just now, taking more stuff from people. Oh, I'm going to keep this random linen.
They don't need it.
What an interesting party. This is gonna be funny as fuck. Oh,
We're about to fight half an army.
You already did.
Oh, in the main part of the city, or invading whatever crap the prince tyrant has waiting for us. I don't know exactly how it's going, but I'm predicting something like a dungeon invasion.
God, you give me way too much
There's a lot of
credit.
options. Or he will walk out front for us, or the princess will deal with it. There's a lot of options. This is what Viola thinks is going to happen.
He randomly pops in front of you, Viola, and says, "Ha, you're dead." No. But yeah, Arcus, you can find Trogger and meet up with them.
Jogger, my man. Where you been?
gathering up Tranquil and Heathen, and now looking for someone who stole from the magic shop. By the way, have you seen anyone wearing a blue jacket as he looks suspiciously towards you? And the fact that you're wearing a brown jacket?
Blue jackets.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think I have.
Well, if you do, let me know, because I need to execute them.
Oh,
Paperwork.
yeah. I'll definitely let you know. Have you? Not to blatantly change the subject, but have you seen Viola?
No! Have you?
No, I'm looking for her right now.
Interesting. Well, we should probably find our other party member because we have work to do. And maybe not do any other extracurricular activity along the way.
Hey, I was just sitting around. Maybe ran a bit. Nothing too bad. But yes, let's hurry up and find her. We got work to do.
Are your boots still brown?
Yeah.
Nice brown boots.
Oh, yeah. They
Maybe about 6 foot tall, yeah?
a bit over, yeah.
You might want to ditch your jacket.
I like this jacket.
I don't. It looks hideous in this environment. He'll turn to walk away. And they keep looking. If you couldn't tell already, he's trying to tell you you really should ditch the jacket.
I know.
Okay, good.
He just likes that jacket.
Well, time to find Viola. And you a new jacket. It's not good for the seat.
All right, I'd say Viola would consider where all of the civilians are being ushered to, some of the responses she heard about which way Tranquil went, and decides, well, if he went in here for just a second, that'll be quick to investigate. And she'll ask if Trogger was here, and hopefully learn that Tranquil and Heathen are also here. Does that make sense, Keo?
It wouldn't be that hard to ask, like, hey, have you seen this type of person and this type of person?
And I didn't even have to bribe him. All right, then she does that.
I'm trying to decide out of the three which one I want to give you.
You could always leave it up to a dice roll.
Yeah, so Viola, roll me a D3, or you can choose 1, 2, or 3. It's your choice.
Come on, dice, be nice to me.
1. Ooh.
You're lucky it wasn't the second one, because that would have been bad. I'm gonna
Now
post.
I'm really curious.
I'm gonna post to you real fast. What this ring does. Copy. Yeah, but you'll make it up to the room inside. Heathen is like out cold, tired. And it's 2 beds, basic room.
All right, is Tranquil sitting with his back to the door, or do you let her in if she knocks and you hear her voice?
Tranquil will peek through the door to see who it is, and then let you in.
There's the info for your ring.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I hope you like it.
All right. Keo, your streaming career is gonna take a turn. I hope you realize that.
Why
What
is
did
that?
you give them?
I can't tell you. That's up to them to tell you if they want to. I thought it would fit better
And I
being
know
on Arcus instead of you, but you know.
Huh?
you hear me?
What? And he's gone.
What did you give him?
Apparently the ring killed him.
I'm sorry, I just keep getting call ended from my headphones randomly, just like once an hour.
Wait, what the fuck? How'd you
Anyway,
rejoin?
and like we talked about, I'm attuned to it, so I do know generally what this does.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, I think it would be funnier
you
if
for
Void had
keeping
it.
Even out of the city.
But you know.
You didn't get stopped by anyone? You didn't get an encounter with dragons or assassins or more complications?
That was to Tranquil.
Nothing tranquil.
Tranquil. Sorry, what was the question?
You didn't run into any complications or anything like that along the way. That's the gist of what they were asking.
Aside from he'll lean in and whisper, Heathen had a bit of a breakdown. Other than that, there wasn't really much of an issue. Did you hear me?
I can hear you now. I could not hear you before.
In case you didn't know he was being talked to before.
Okay. he'll lean in and whispers like, Heathen had, aside from Heathen having a bit of a breakdown while we were running away, nothing else really happened of note.
Still, you never know what could have happened, so thank you. Did Trogger fill you in on what happened during the battle? Do you want me to? Or do you want to just rest?
I would like to spend this time resting so that we can get out of here as soon as possible.
All right. I'll wait for the others to come back then. I think I'll wait downstairs and watch for anyone who comes to this area, just in case.
Is Cornelius still a character that's here? Because technically they still were there at the end of the fight.
Cornelius is something that we don't talk about anymore. He's magically T-posed away. You know, when
Get
he's
a pet robot out of it?
Yeah. When you made the comment that you were in the void, Cornelius and all of his things kind of just T-posed into the void. I'll think of something like later to explain why he left.
No, you're good. I was trying to I was investigating a noise I heard IRL. Paranoia is a bitch sometimes, sorry. Well, in the meantime, for you, I'm gonna take you back to where we're resting. Maybe there you could find someone to get you some actual clothing for the desert if you're gonna stay here long. Because that won't cut it.
Okay. With his head down, knowing he's gonna lose his jacket, he follows.
If anything, I'm just trying to help him here. Like that's all Trogger's trying.
You can just kill him.
Hey, no.
I can't just kill him, you're right. With no repercussions, too.
Now he knows he's trying to help. He's just really bummed.
Alright. Let's get there and get you some nice something to eat maybe, and at least a place to go to a room and to sleep. Away from everyone else. There might not be any rooms left though. So you might just have to cram in.
I can sleep on the floor. Not a big deal.
All depends on how many of us are in that fucking room.
Meanwhile, at the castle, some shit's gone down that no one knows about because no one followed her. But that is for a later time. The two of you would arrive at the inn. No issues because you are following another guard and you know each other. It's rather crowded.
And not to mention, he's not wearing a blue jacket, so the immediate suspicion of blue jacket's gone.
Food's being passed around, dinner time, whatnot. It's rather loud, but it's not like loud enough that it's an issue for anyone upstairs.
Is there still at least one open room, or no? Did the last three get filled?
That was it. You should have bought another when you had the chance. You have one
Didn't
room
have
that
the
has
gold
2
for
beds. And regardless if you're a guard, there's no
Yeah.
favoritism.
Well, I have a place that I could stay aside and let them have more space there. But
technically.
Yeah. He'll try to take him to the room. Unless Viola decides to intercept them, because I'm not exactly looking for her there, so I could easily overpass her.
If she sees them walk in, then yeah, she'd get their attention and give a smile to Astrum.
He smiles back.
A different color jacket.
She does not care at all.
I was hoping you would be like, hey, what happened to your blue jacket?
Trager will come over. So, I heard there was a theft. Did you see anyone wearing a blue jacket earlier?
Arcus would just look right at her.
I was investigating in the city, preparing for our next move.
Because the strange part is, I also heard that they think that there may be a magical accomplice that helped this blue jacketed thief. You guys know anything about that?
Hey, there's a lot of magical people in this place. I mean, got shot by a bunch earlier.
Yeah, but those are all dead.
Could be more.
Look, all I care about, aside from making sure the princess keeps her end of our deal, is that Heathen has assassins after him, and we know who's responsible.
Did you see anyone wearing a blue jacket earlier?
Yeah?
Which direction did they run in then?
They weren't running.
They weren't running. Could you point us in the direction? Because the guards need to find them.
No, I saw them this morning in... She points towards the capital section past the gates.
Well, I'll let the guards know that one second. It's out of character. I'll let the guards know that the thief might have come from the capital section and may have escaped back that way. Thank you for your information. Now, is Viola wearing clothing that is kind of acceptable for like living in sandy area? Like will help protect from the heat and the sand and elements and whatnot? Or are you also
No,
wearing
they're more...
the more city clothes?
Ranger garb with a few accommodations made for living on a ship for a while.
Okay.
So
He'll
like,
look at her and then look at Arcus. You both are probably gonna want to change some clothes into something a bit more comfortable, and make sure he gets a new jacket and burn the last one.
Can't wait until Arcus sees the princess again. I got something for him.
I know you like that jacket, but we just can't risk it, especially if it could contain potentially harmful diseases or blood.
are you related to the victim? Like the theft stuff?
Hmm?
Is this like your
No.
cousin or something?
I'm a guard. This is my job. As he
I would
looks to
not want to be a
Arcus,
guard then.
we'll find you some new clothing. I'll make sure to at one point help you get a new jacket that you like as well. It's just living in a sandy area, being in one long enough that, you know.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
Not used to desert environments. Got shit right here. You know, usual.
I think I've been awake for too long and received too many hits to the head. I don't get it, and I'm going to pay for a room and go to sleep. So
Good luck finding
she
a
will
room.
put a gold on the counter and talk to the guy,
There
the
are no other
innkeeper, if
rooms
he's still
open.
here. Why didn't you tell me that when I asked about my friend earlier? I've been sitting out here for half...
He
Because
did.
you
He said that they were in a room. And he said, what room?
Right, but... No, yeah, whatever.
You didn't ask about if there were any open rooms.
Does this area have like a what do you call a fireplace?
You can, yeah.
Oh, cool.
How much to stake out in one of these chairs for the night?
If you have an open
Away from
chair,
the
find
elements.
one, use it.
Thank
They're
you.
probably charging for beds, not for chairs, because there's a lot of people.
If you want privacy, that costs.
Mm-hmm. He'll take Arcus up to the room though.
You'll find Heathen sleeping on one of the beds.
So, you know that I know, yes?
Now what?
You know.
I know?
Blue jacket, brown boots,
Blue jackets, brown.
about 6 foot
Boots.
high,
Yeah.
running from guards.
Okay.
So then you know as I know, yes?
You lost me.
I know it was you.
I'm giving you a DM inspiration for that.
Who?
Arcus.
Just give it to both of them.
Okay.
You know, yeah, I'll give it to both of you for these shenanigans. That's amazing.
Okay. I have done probably the most dangerous things for my career and myself, and that is by making sure that you were not found. I know you don't want to give up your jacket.
You know, you're whispering, I can't hear either, and I have to hear you.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Well, this is to be whispered.
Yeah,
I know you
say
don't
I'm
want to give up.
whispering, and then
Yeah, I know you don't want to give up your jacket, but I would much rather keep you alive with me than have you stuck somewhere. And they were talking about a magical accomplice, and I can't just help but imagine that you had help. I don't care what happened, so long as no one got hurt. But if you're going to keep what you took, whatever you took, you're going to change clothing.
Viola, your ears kind of burn a little, like someone's talking about you.
She remembers fighting the priests and imagines some of them fled and chuckles to herself.
Do we have at least a basic understanding between each other here?
You just see Arcus' eyes just glaze over for a bit, and then suddenly realization just hits him. He's like, "Oh, wait, you're covering for me?"
I imagine he says that like out loud.
Yes, I will cover your position. Don't worry.
Oh, you're best. You're going. Oh, you're my battle buddy now. As he just reaches over for a hug.
Thin ice.
Thanks, man. Really, you won't regret this. We did get some useful stuff for us, though.
Hi, Casa.
Are you whispering?
Hello.
Or are you talking out loud?
He's talking out loud. You know damn well he's not whispering.
He will put a hand over his mouth. Shut up. And
I
be
will say that
quiet.
people are starting to get your attention as you're acting weird going up the stairs.
No, this is in the room that he would have done this.
Oh, then it wouldn't matter. You can still do that though.
He'll take his hand off his mouth. Don't know, and it's better to be quiet. Okay?
Gotcha.
Good. Now, depending on how long we're going to be here, you might need some better clothing, just a decent, like maybe a couple sets. Otherwise, one should suffice, at least something to help cover you from the heat of the sun and protect you from the sand. It might get a bit hot, but it's the price you pay for being in a desert. I could point you towards a couple places that I know about. I don't know if they'll be staffed right now, but I could at least point you towards them.
All right. I still got a few gold left over.
He'll look around for a second and take a moment to think. The blue jacket's an outer jacket out of character, right?
Yeah.
He'll look at you. Leave that extra layer behind. It's hot out, right?
Yeah. Boiling this thing.
I need to go relay the information that I learned today
Yo.
about where the thief could have been and could have come from.
Have you decided where you want to step in at? Or are you still trying to figure that out?
I'll wait and listen for a bit and step in when a good time is.
Okay.
So, whilst you go get some clothing, preferably if you can for you and Viola, I'm going to go tell the guards the information that I know. And from there, the manhunt will be shifted to the proper area, likely. Or at least give us an area to start searching for potential clues as to if this was premeditated or if this was a pure spark of opportunity from someone not from here. Or they could have used that as an escape route and encasing the area. Who knows? Either way, try to stay out of trouble for now. Okay?
Okay, but to be fair, this guy, the owner of that door, did try to kill me and the royal family.
Hold on. You said someone tried to kill you? I'll have to make a report then as well. Because
Yes.
we can't have random murders.
Yeah, the store owner.
You're claiming the store owner tried to kill you.
Mm-hmm. Could have gave me a bomb. Didn't tell me.
Do you have evidence that they directly tried to kill you? If not,
No.
then I am sad to say that I cannot push this much further without any bit of evidence. Especially since you are more of an outsider, you are less trustworthy. But I will make an inquiry to see if that there is anyone that could have tried to kill you there before. Maybe there's another person there that we don't know about. Could be going around stealing things and attacking people. Either way, I will see you in a bit. I will come back here after I relay information, and I expect that you are also coming back here after you do your task. Yeah.
Yep, I got some things to look over.
All right. Sounds wonderful. I will see you later then. And same to you, Tranquil. As he just nods to Tranquil, who most definitely overheard everything.
He's asleep.
Ah, okay, never mind then. Good. Thank fuck.
Whole conversation, he's just like, shut up, I'm sleeping. Are you sleeping in the second bed or with Heathen?
He'd
What's that?
be if Heathen is sleeping in one of the beds, he would just be essentially leaning up against the wall and sleeping against the wall near that bed.
The sleep standing technique, I know what he's doing.
Got it.
No,
Yes.
like sitting down against the wall. But
The shonen type.
Yep, propped up against the wall to help keep you up and just shutting off your brain and letting everything rest.
Does that mean there's a free bed?
Technically, yes.
Technically, yes.
Whoopie doo. Arcus flips into the bed and takes out the scroll to look at what they do.
Man, if only Viola thought about that bed. I'll get a chair instead.
Hey, that could be a
I
very comfy
misheard.
chair.
I thought there were only two beds.
Exactly. Could be a very comfy chair.
There are only two beds. It's just that Tranquil decided not to take one.
Okay.
But Tranquil was awake when you were there, so you didn't necessarily know they were going to fall asleep against the wall. But you'll see Trogger come down, give you a nod, and be like, "I'll be back in a moment. I gotta pass the information along," type thing. Recommending a few stores to you, and I would have also recommended the stores to Arcus, effectively like, "Hey, you could go here for some clothing," type thing.
Are you going to go there
Okay.
now?
No, what Trogger's doing is going
No, I
to the
meant
guards. And just, those
Viola
two.
or Arcus.
Okay.
She doesn't think it's a within 24 hours necessary thing, so no. Especially since she's already seen the stores are closed.
Yeah, that too.
Okay.
Also, Arcus wants to look at the scrolls.
I will let
and
you
take
know
a
what
nap.
those are later.
Okay.
I'm sad that who do I call you, new person?
This is
Hold on, I got
Casa.
Casa. Yes, I got my screen's like to turn off when I'm not doing much. So I don't get to
He's
see
one that
them.
gave me PTSD for
PTSD.
character names.
So I'm sad that you couldn't have experienced the entire fuckery bullshittery that just happened, but it was amazing, and you'll get a nice recap next session from me about what the fuck happened. So
I'm
be
sure I
prepared.
will.
Be prepared.
It won't take you too long to get one of the guards, get several over time if you wanted to make sure at least more than one person has this information.
He would gather a group up and he would address them all at once, saying, "I have found a witness who wishes to remain anonymous. They have said that they had spotted the person in the blue jacket over at the Capital District the day before. That is a potential area that they could have been stationed at, where they would have thought about the crime, maybe, or they could have used that area to escape. Either way, it's a place of interest that we might want to check out at some point."
They'll take this information, pass it along, and then decide on a game plan to enact tomorrow.
This is where I'll leave it for you guys. I have other business to attend to. I wish you all the luck in finding this.
They will salute because, again, you are higher authority than
He'll
them.
salute back, and then he'll dismiss them effectively, and then go about back to the CA because he is tired.
Is there anything you wanted to do throughout the night before the next day?
Not really. The most that will happen is Trager will just be down by the campfire with the Viola or the fireplace because he doesn't want to crowd the room.
Viola?
He just wants to prepare new spells in the morning. Aside from that, nothing comes to mind.
Argus?
Huh. Do we have those spell scrolls? I don't think we have those spell scrolls on me right now. The other ones from the cart.
No, I think I still have those.
That would be correct.
Yes, I do.
Wait, when you come back in, can I just ask you for them?
They stay downstairs.
You can ask me for them, but you'd have to come get them.
Well,
Which wouldn't be that bad because you could just walk downstairs not wearing your blue jacket.
yeah, Arcus just goes downstairs with just his regular shirt on and asks for
The scrolls?
identifies. Yeah, the scrolls.
He'll give you all the scrolls that he had, whatever he was able to save, which would be.
The cart has the full list of scrolls.
Yep,
Did you
I
get
know.
all of them or a portion?
Yep. Scrolls rescued is what it says on there. It would be 2 alarm scrolls, 2 comprehend languages, 3 detect magic, 1 unseen servant, 2 identify, and 1 detect poison and disease. He would give you a choice between all of them.
Give me
You take some
the
ball.
unseen servant.
You want the unseen servant,
Yes.
so add that to your inventory, and I'll remove it from the cart. Any others? Or are you just taking the unseen servant?
Oh shit! Probably should just take them all.
See?
I'm also a spellcaster, mind you.
And?
I need them for magic stuff. My
So you're
big
gonna
book of
take
magic.
all of them.
Well, I don't need to take all of them. Just 1 alarm. I can already take magic at will. Unseen servants, 1 identify, and the poison disease one.
Alright, so the 1 identify, 1 detect poison and disease.
During this transaction, people could see a guard trying to ask this random person, which scrolls do you want? Oh, I'll take this one, and this one. That's what they
No,
see.
basically, what they would see is they would see Arcus come up like, "Hey, you have the scrolls, right? The ones in the cart? Yeah. All right, can I have a couple of them? Yeah, which ones? Those ones? Yeah. All right, here you go.
Thank you.
If anyone
and
asks,
thank
you
you.
could straight up just say that's the stuff that we came in with.
I was just playing what it would look like.
Yeah. He would take the rest, neatly put them back into his pouch, like clearly showing, hey, these are his type thing. Or whatnot. So I'm just gonna straight up take them out of the party inventory since I have the cart there and
That's fine.
alarm and yeah.
Tranquil, what are you doing for the night?
Sleeping.
During the night, sporadically, Heathen would kind of stir. He's not going to make any sound, but you can hear him as the nightmares kind of kick in. Like he jerks occasionally, and being that it's a wooden bed, it would creak every time he did like a jerk. But unless you're like out cold, you would probably notice this. But he doesn't say a sound.
Well, he doesn't have the spell slots to cast Calm Emotions again. So.
It just happens just a couple times throughout the night where you just hear like an audible sound of the bed creaking from the motion, but that's about it.
Also, we might
Yeah.
want to just straight up delete the cart of Team Fafo since we no longer have that, and I don't think it's
Oh,
gonna
I just
be
have it
fun.
as cart for like anything that isn't going to be an individual item. It's a party group kind of thing. It's kind of like a void of just, oh,
Because
any
all
of
the
us
rest of
can.
that stuff was not saved except for Squidward.
Yeah. Would you just
So,
make a new sheet thingy?
I'll
Yeah.
just do this. I'll modify it and I'll delete all this and then change this to.
It's just easier to have a sheet that has for the group instead of an individual if that you have items like that.
And we'll just change it to this. There we go. So that way, whatever's just there, if it's not taken, we could specify a cart later on if we get one.
Sounds good.
But yeah, that's since we don't have the rest of it.
Yeah. Never trust Tim.
I know, right? He was so bad at that.
He lost a thumb too, so whatever.
They should have just gotten rid of him earlier.
Not much happens throughout the night unless you decide to fuck around and find out. Morning comes sooner than anyone was hoping for because it was such a long day. And it is a new day. Everyone is refreshed. He even doesn't really want to get out of bed. He feels sore, but he doesn't complain. But you can tell he's kind of achy looking, sluggish.
Some food should help with that for sure. But it's off to get food first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful morning.
Is it really beautiful though?
Ow!
If I can see the sun, it pretty much is.
So what will you do
Okay.
now?
Yeah. I think the plan is hit those stores, get them new clothing, at least one of them. And then whatever from there.
You can see that some of the people from downstairs has disappeared. At least for the close areas, they had been allowed this morning to go home. Some of the storefronts that are near also are allowed. The deeper area is closed off for the foreseeable time, but is not as crowded as it was last night.
Hmm. Well,
If you want, like, all of us to have a discussion about it, I have an idea in character.
as to what to do?
Yeah.
Lay it on us then. What you got?
Okay. Well, the princess didn't specifically say she wants us helping in the city, so we have to decide what are our priorities. Kicking the prince out, either imprisoning him or doing whatever it takes to protect heathen, or we find out what's going on with the dragons and if some greater threat is on the horizon because of all of the magic nonsense, like that chimera. Is going to be more of those.
Well,
Well, I say we definitely gotta look at what the issue is for the dragons and the dragon souls, which is connected to the church, which in turn is connected to the royal family.
we can always go to the castle and see the result of what the princess did. Offer help should they need it.
Oh no, the princess! I forgot about her. We had to go.
Can't go just yet.
Oh, yeah, forgot. Change your clothes.
Yep. Get something that's a bit better for you. At least for this heat.
Ah,
Hey, look too, Viola. You might want something as well. Maybe
I am very low on gold. I'd rather save it for necessities.
maybe I wasn't exactly clear. It's very necessary to be in the right clothing when in the desert.
Okay, are you willing to lend me some money?
I bought the room. That was all I had left.
I got you, Viola. I got some from selling some stuff earlier.
Thank you, Astra.
Hold on.
If it's that important.
Did you just say you got gold from stealing the stuff earlier?
No, selling the stuff.
Oh, selling. Okay, think fuck.
Ah, my voice.
You can see the concern.
I thought he said killing some stuff.
Doesn't make it any
But
better.
no, it does not make it better. It makes it worse. Unless they're bandits. So, guess we can just stay here and wait for you guys to return. And then once you return, we could head out from there. Sound good?
I
will explain later when there's less of an audience around.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
All good here.
Do you want us to actually roleplay buying new items, Kia, or finding a shop, or can we just
You can
go
easily
do the money?
find a shop. Are you going for a close shop or one farther in the city?
You said that the local shops are the only ones that have opened, not deep in the city. So yeah,
Well, you
just
don't know
around
that.
this.
You just know that some people are out.
No reason to go far away.
It's your
Yeah.
choice if you want to go for a closer shop or farther shop. You just noticed that some of the people, it wasn't as crowded, and I gave a reason, but it doesn't mean you would know.
Then yeah, Viola would ask a civilian rather than a guard. Have you seen if any of this kind of shop is still open?
They would point to like a middle area. It's not super close, but it's not also super far. And it wouldn't be that hard to go find it. Place isn't damaged. Doors unlocked.
Let's go.
Yeah, sure.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. What do I now? entering into this nice little quaint shop, probably locally owned, is a few racks of clothing set on either side of a pretty clustered section of the general market here. There is a younger looking woman, pretty pale for the desert, but wearing long flowing clothing. Very light looking fabric. It is dark though. She stands up and gives a half bow towards you as you enter the braided stall.
And please note their character art is in the associated channel if anyone hasn't seen it yet.
Clothing is different than as shown. That is leather armor. Though you can see the type of clothing not padded underneath what she's actually wearing right now.
But you can see like their skin and facial.
Okie dokie. Oh, hello.
Welcome.
It's so good to see just someone, because this is apparently such an urgent matter. She's just going to sarcastically roll her eyes at Astrum. Hi, we're here to buy some clothes.
As are most people who walk through my door. How goes your day? Would you like some water in these hot spring days?
Yes, thank you for the offer.
I would too. I have yet to travel to the river to grab it for the morning. You caught me on my commute, actually. Setting down a pretty obvious pan, she goes back and sits behind the counter that she set up. Feel free to peruse throughout all the clothing. I just gotten set up. You are up pretty early, though I suppose if you don't come early, the stalls all are sold out. Clothes never go, which is quite curious why you're here so early.
It was, well, like you said, urgent.
You did mention this. Well, feel free to peruse.
All right. Viola has an idea, but she will take input from Astrum as well as this fairly amusing shopkeeper.
It's mostly
You know, I normally just wear traveling clothes, similar to these colors. People are used to the black leather armor, like lots of green dyed sections on it, as well as a cloak. But I've been growing in my abilities as a spellcaster lately, and I've heard that robes are surprisingly useful, a good medium to enchant maybe, but I'm not sure what exactly I need.
Robes can be anything as long as they're flowy, showy, and most of all, give you a good bit of freedom in your movements. I wouldn't recommend anything too extravagant. The most expensive item in the shop is currently placed away, but is a fairly nice set of clothing from some nobility that we have come in our possession. It is silken and likely is what you're looking for if you're one of those well-off adventurers and not those that stir up trouble in the streets and cause the guards to run amok.
Arcus sneezes.
Oh no, not us. We are good, upstanding citizens.
In fact, we just helped save the city, right? No.
I guess we have been a bit. We're sort of heroes now, not just tomb delvers.
I see. Well, in any case, we have plenty of greens and browns. Now the more rares are the reds and purples. The purples are especially rare, but we may have a piece or two.
If you have a set of red traveler's clothes, and then she gives some designs for leather that have a brown cloak to go with them, and then maybe I could get a green set of robes for other occasions.
Well, as I said, we likely don't have your robes, but I'm sure we have any form of common clothing you'd like to purchase, and I'm sure that we have a few cloaks somewhere near. Give me a moment, and the shopkeep will stand up and turn away, going a bit further down through a few boxes and riffing through them. And then coming back with clothing items draped over her arm.
Yes, these do look good. Do you buy these from someone else in the city, or are these your own work?
I've collected them through my own work, yes.
It probably won't be too long till you're able to move this shop to the nicer section of the city then. She points towards the past the gate to where the dragon and the palace, all of that nonsense.
Oh, I've been plenty of times there, but that's where you're wrong. That's the wrong type of business. You don't aim up and buy expensive clothing. You buy cheap clothing and hem it and get it working order and then give it to the common folk. They have plenty of more loose change that can then be spent on more cheap clothing.
That was such a slap in the face comment.
But I do agree, maybe it is time to pick up shop and move on. Are you all, you said you were travelers, are you going anywhere?
That's a whole thing. But let's just say we're kind of working in this area for now.
I see.
You could say we're of middling importance. I mean, we did get hired by the royal family.
Oh, that's not a thing that is dropped very often around here. Be careful who you say. There's very unsavory sorts about these slums.
Well, I know of at least one example of an unsavory sort in that royal family, so that might just be a comment about the city in general. Unsavory corner.
Perhaps. Now, did your friend need anything, or were you just looking to purchase things?
Okay, they're just off. I'm using my phone now. Someone speak up so I can make sure this works.
Hello.
Test, hello.
Okay. Then just repeating that. It sounds like there's just unsavory sorts around multiple corners in this city. But it is nice to work with those you can trust.
Most good. Is your friend purchasing anything today, or is it just going to be you?
I don't know. I need more desert phobia clothing. Preferably something that can go over my he taps his chest. Armor.
I see. I'll see what I have. It's not very difficult, I suppose. That's fine. Just anything will do? You don't have any color preferences or anything like that?
Can't use that color.
Blue.
Yeah, that,
What about got any white of gold?
I have plenty of white. Gold, not so much. If I had gold, I wouldn't be here.
let me word that. Yellow.
maybe in the stuff I have perused from Royals. Would you like to take a look at what I have?
Sure.
With a huff and a putting down the box.
With a huff and a puff, we're gonna blow their house down.
Cracking open a nice little crate. The shopkeeper there is showing off maybe like 2 or 3 nicer sets of clothing, mostly like dresses. Not much in the way of regal dashing outfits for the adventurers, I am afraid.
Don't worry. It's just something to wear over my chain shirt.
Yeah, then you might just change shirt. Are you wearing that all the time?
Well, you gotta be prepared.
Yes, but heat stroke is a very big problem in the desert.
I can take it. Besides, I've been wearing my jacket over it for a while. That's something to do for a desert.
I think recall that you managed by dipping your arms into the barrels I filled with my conjured water, rather than managing to stay cool through the desert days on your own. But I could be wrong.
And now you have sweaty water. That's not going to do it all.
Hey,
We
if it
had
works.
other barrels, and I didn't have to drink out of that one.
I see. Well, let's still avoid sweating up your water sources out there. Maybe I should put together a little something and you could switch into and out of these clothings in between the long stretches of your journey. That way you don't always have to wear your chain shirt and, have mild burns by the end of the day.
Oh, that would be fantastic. Because I'm pretty sure some of my skin flakes off after a while I have this on. But it could be nothing.
I believe everybody has a little bit of skin flaking every now and then. In this desert. Probably just like another set of traveler's clothes or something like that, something light. But that's all from the shopkeep actually butting in and trying to get clothes set up.
Out of character, does everyone already have a water skin from stuff they've bought?
The sweaty water is fucking sending me.
Yeah, I got one.
Then I won't buy any extras. We're good.
Man, I can't wait for the explanation as to why Trager was basically telling Viola it's important you get new clothing.
To avoid the sweaty water.
Well, yeah, clearly.
If you'd like, I suppose you're still leaving town and things for your trysts of adventure, yes? Or are you I know you said you're operating in, are you like going around the city or?
Oh no, it's wherever we're needed. And our last one did take us pretty far outside the city.
The free-spirited types, I see. Well, if
We are just about to return to our group to discuss which leg of our journey is next, whether it is a political mess or out into the wilderness.
Well, provided the materials are around, I could always close up shop for the time being, and sales have been pretty bad recently. But I could follow you and procure enough materials to make a nicely bright yellow, white colored dashing outfit that won't hinder your otherwise chained appearance.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. What do you think, Viola?
I won't charge much. I just food and water. Mostly the travel is what I'm needing. I need more materials, or I'll be running out of stock.
I have no complaints about that. We're already traveling with a young man who's seen a little bit of combat, but if you can defend yourself,
I can handle myself fine. When I was young, I was a caravaneer with my family, and I was trained how to fire a short bow rather decently on hunting and getting small game in the desert, that type of thing. So I'm sure bigger things might be within realm of reason. I'd prefer to not be attacked, though.
Don't we all?
Yeah, I would assume not. You must have rather lacking fortune if you are always feeling the need to wear your armor. My God, you're doing it right now, aren't you? She like grabbed your collar and like pulled it back to your chain shirt underneath.
Hey, you never know what you run into. Especially all the things we run into. Oh, man.
I'm starting to second guess myself, but before I do, and she's going to quickly grab a sack and say, well, water will go on the way then.
All right. You're in capable hands. Capable, magical hands.
She like bows to, I didn't know what Rose character's name is. What bow?
Yep, I was about to introduce myself. Right, I am Viola. I'm from the Eastern Lands, and, well, we're hoping to reconnect with some of our party members in the future, but for now, the two of us, she puts an arm around Astrum's shoulder, we landed on the East Coast in a shipwreck, and
West.
we've had a few misadventures so far. So hopefully your good fortune will rub off on us.
Well, that's not putting my newfound fears at ease, but I will put myself in your hands.
Well, me, don't worry. We're all pretty capable, and the rest of our teammates are. I'm Arstramachus. I'm from the outskirts of the Norderlands. You know, got shipwrecked.
Oh,
Whole thing.
yes, I haven't introduced myself. I'm Sari Smith. I am from the Northernlands, and I've been just tending to the shop as of late. And as I said before, I used to travel quite a bit with my parents.
Well, it's nice to formally meet you, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna like the rest of the people, except for that little gremlin, but whatever.
Heathen sneezes as he was eating breakfast.
Gremlin.
You give him, his name's Heathen, but we're not his parents. We didn't name him. He'll pick a new name eventually if this all works out. You give Heathen too hard of a time. He's basically a ex-slave now.
Oh,
He's coming around.
The hard swords, I see. Oof. I realized I haven't been leaving the shop so often. I'm afraid my ammunition's run rather dry, and she picks up 3 single arrows in her hand. Well, I suppose it'll have to do.
Huh. You're an archer then?
Yes, like I said, I know how to use a short bow fairly handily.
It's not a big deal. We'll just get more elves. Eventually. Hopefully.
I'm sure I'll be able to afford some.
So what do you decide to do now?
Well, we got to change the clothes. I guess we'll just head back.
Yeah, that
No
makes sense
longer
to me.
wearing that blue jacket, you won't stick out like a sore thumb.
I like that jacket.
And Astrum, would you remove the 2.5 gold for my stuff? I bought 2.
Okay.
As you all return to the inn, you don't have to move your tokens. I just put it there for my own peace of mind because I'm playing with Dean because he demands my attention right now. You see a particular guard heading towards the inn themselves. Trogger, you would have known this guard. This is one of the princess's personal guards. But yeah, they're headed towards the inn of where, in the opposite direction that y'all are coming from.
I mean, like, Trogger wasn't with them.
Oh.
I was making the joke earlier.
Oh, well, fuck, I'll put you back. Fuck you.
Yeah. No,
I'm just going to
kinda
eat you
just
over there.
stayed to relax.
Okay, fine. There's just a random ass guard going towards the inn as you all are also going towards the fucking inn. Because make it hard like that.
What do you make it hard?
I don't care. You fucked up. I blame
How
you.
did I fuck up?
Because you made me fuck up, so you fucked up.
No one fucked up. How about that?
Okay.
How about we just delete a bunch of the spare tokens?
Yeah, that might also be a good idea.
Oh, shit. I forgot. I have to drag you all to the other page, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Whoa.
Oh, were we supposed to be looking at this the whole time?
Oh,
No,
Probably.
I literally just did this like 2 minutes ago. And then I forgot to move y'all to this page. I figured that way it would be cleaner. I know y'all are over there, y'all are over there. Again, peace of mind for me to visualize. Ow!
Now, when the guard enters, Trogger will see him because he's sitting in the downstairs area still.
Yeah, you would see that is one of the princess's personal guards. And you don't have to move your tokens. I was just doing that.
Wonder what they're here for.
They're looking in your direction.
He'll get
they
up
would
and walk
reach-
towards them.
They would reach into their satchel, ignoring you personally, not that it was anything against you, going up to Heathen and presenting a scroll to them. Or not a scroll, like a letter.
Can I ask the nature of this, please? We have had a very rough time, and I have sworn to protect this one.
It's between him and the princess. I've done my job. He hands
No
it off
harm
and
in the
walks
fool?
away.
Okay. So relax then.
Heathen will open it and just stare at it.
Are you... I don't mean to ask this to be rude. Are you able to read?
He kind of grits his teeth a little bit. He's like, yep, I understand it.
If you don't understand it, I won't blame you. I just want to make sure that you're good. That's all.
He's trying not to throw a quote big boy tantrum. He's claiming he can read it. He can't. It says, I am awesome. And then he crumples it up and throws it away. Like tosses it behind him.
Trogger will go to pick it up because he doesn't want to leave trash around for one.
He's currently, you can see that he's visibly upset that he's been called out that he can't read. He can understand languages and maps, but he was never really taught to read.
So I can actually answer that. It does not allow them to be able to read. They just are able to understand the spoken language.
Yeah, there's a difference
That's
between
not-
speaking and reading.
But if they were literate, then they would be able to read it as well. If they're illiterate, they still can't read because they don't know how to read. He'll just kind of.
I'm pretty sure.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm pretty sure they are able to read, but it's specifically more so not them reading the words as much as them just getting the understanding of whatever's written on the paper.
They're not able to actually read it. They just get the idea of what it means. That's it.
The spell works the same regardless, but it is an interesting take.
Yeah. But he'll just kind of look over and just also say, I'm not meaning to ridicule you or anything.
Yeah, when you read it, it's a letter requesting, not commanding, that he and his party, if wished, is to accompany the princess at her domain for a informal meeting at specific time of this day.
Okay. He'll fold the note up neatly and put it into like his into like a chest pocket underneath his armor. I did not mean to offend you if I did.
You didn't. It said that I'm awesome. Told you. And he begrudgingly finishes his meal with a bit of a huff.
You got that right. You are awesome.
Yeah, he was taught to read maps for a reason, but
yeah, he's not making a big deal about it. Shit's happened. His life was miserable. It's understandable that he can't read. He was a slave. But
well, until yesterday, technically.
Exactly. Like, it's not his fault.
No, it's not that he doesn't know what some words mean. Like, he knows what the word church is, so he can understand certain keywords.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but that whole thing, he saw maybe his name, certain little words here and there he understood, but the whole thing was just gibberish to him. He saw that it meant about him, so he's like, oh, it's because I'm awesome.
Well, I do have a question for you. At some point, we are going to be meeting with the princess. Would you like to attend with us?
He shrugs.
If you want, you could stay here, and then we can.
Well, the letter was stating for Heathen, and if his party wanted to attend.
That I'm well aware.
Okay.
I'm trying to do a thing.
Okay.
It's like talking to a child, like, hey, do you want to come with us, or do you want to just stay here and then we'll come get you later type thing? Usually inspires the child, hey, I kind of want to go with you because, if you're going, might as well, right?
He just shrugs, looks at his plate. I have nothing else to do. I have nowhere to go, so I don't care.
All right, well, then I will let the others know when they get back and we'll get ready and head out. Do you need anything like water or clothing or anything?
He kind of looks at what he's wearing, and it's the same clothing he's been wearing for the last, week now. Y'all really haven't bought him shit. He's already lost the one backpack he owned.
Hey, I only knew him for, 3 days? 4 days?
Technically 4. The rest of the party's known him for about a week.
Not counting any, travel where we just couldn't do anything or any fights or anything like that?
I was including that in total. In total game days, you've known him about 4 days, the OG party about a week.
And I've given him more than they have?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Not including food, because Cornelius was the one that was doing most of the feeding and attention, but physical, yeah. You're on par with Cornelius when giving him stuff. If he hasn't already taken it. So, yeah.
Alright. Well, let's fix that then. Let's get you some proper clothing.
He literally owns what he's wearing.
Does that sound like a good idea to you? Some better clothes?
He kind of looks at his clothes, pulling at it like, okay. It's all he knows. During this time, the rest of the party would show up if they wanted.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool, that makes things easier because then there's a tailor here that could potentially help us get clothing.
You don't know that.
No, out of character I do. In character I don't.
Oh, by the way, Casa, Heathen is the party's NPC. You are allowed to move him around, interfere with what he does and so on. And if you don't, he will then do what he wants on his own time. But he is a playable NPC.
Yep. Kind of like an NPC in Baldur's Gate.
And
Control
his
them.
stat sheet should
But
be available to everyone, including his moves, everything. Who the fuck tilted him?
Yo.
Okay.
Not me. But yeah, that is a fair question. We're ending at when
We'll
are
be
we
ending in
ending?
about 15 minutes.
10:30. Okay. Gotcha. So they come in. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, if you don't have to move your token, but if you can't, I can just delete it and then you drag it yourself.
Well, you returned with more than you set out with. Who is this?
Hello. I'm
Hello.
Sari. I'm going to be accompanying you all. I assume you're with Viola?
Yes, they're with me. Everyone, this is Sari. Did you say Sari Smith?
Mm-hmm.
I think the tailor that's been here for quite a bit.
I'm
Yes?
stepping in. Yes.
And you well, I mean, not necessarily help the poor. That's their main market, the poor. But would you potentially have any extra clothing? As he gestures towards Ethan.
I
Heathen
tell you
is staying
what,
behind the rest of the party because this is a new person and new people are bad news.
I'll tell you what, I just left it in my other store back in town. It's way back there.
Well, I can go get it if you would allow me to.
I
As it's
suppose as long as my stuff's here, it won't matter if I make another trip. Sari slings her bag and tosses it on the ground.
you could stay here if you wish.
Wait, can I just give him a piece of the common clothing I bought for now? And then we'll figure out if we're going to be staying in this city for another day. We just want to talk as a group, and I know someone is going to complain about secrets if we're talking out in the open and walking as a group back.
So
This doesn't make such a good first impression that we're talking about secrets, and she looks at the sun, looks back down. I've been here for 2 minutes.
we're not talking secrets. I purely just want to make sure Heathen has some good clothing.
As he should. But yeah, we can go back, I suppose, to the store.
I do have a little bit of news. We should probably meet up with the princess today. Might be a good idea.
I'm not dressed for this.
What?
Some people care about their appearances, and Sari has picked out a comb out of her bag and starts brushing her hair.
He said that I'm not dressed up for this.
Yeah, and the what was in character because both me and the character did not catch that.
The party doesn't give a shit what they look like. You're like, I gotta get presentable.
I mean, he just he looks at his armor, looks towards the helmet. He taps the helmet he's wearing, takes it off, kind of looks at it. It's the first time you guys get to see just a generic face, average looking person.
On
Just
your
kind
face
of
just says
examines
NPC.
where my face should be is just avoid a feature.
Your character
just,
here.
just an average fucking looking dude that you just see walking around, just kind of inspects the helmet. It looks fine to me. Fucking damaged helmet, dents on it and whatnot, showing that it was clearly used in battle. Well, if you wish to, I guess, get presentable or do your combing of your hair, If you want to just wait here, I can go grab something for you real quick, or you can give common clothes to Heathen.
No,
I just
no.
want something for you.
Yes. If you're giving the clothing to him, that's wonderful. If not, I need to know. I need at least 10 minutes.
It would be for Heathen.
Sarah was looking at Viola when she said if you're just going to give her some clothes. Or give him some clothes.
I think that I trust Trogger to pick something out for Heathen. It's a fair enough point.
Okay, then I'm going back. Before anything is made, I'm getting ready. And Sari will quickly start going back.
Well, he'll take the note out of his chest pocket and hand it to Viola. We should really go check on the princess. She did storm the castle on her own with her guards. I have no doubt that they survived. It's still good to go check.
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely.
And he'll give
Yes.
a nod and then go to walk out the door.
We don't even need to argue about it. We have a plan.
Oh God. For once.
Well, if you read the note.
She opens the note after you walk away.
Heathen
Marcus
is
looks
going
over her
to
shoulder.
follow Frogger.
Fine by me. I'll basically kind of keep him to his side and just like kind of treat him like an actual like he would treat his own child, you know, guiding him along, keeping him from like worser areas, you know, type thing.
So, little guy, how's the road been for you all?
Dirty. And he kicks some of the dirt.
It's been rough.
Does he have shoes?
He has like the most basic of sandals anyone could get, like even from the trash. It's a basic necessity for people here.
All right, yeah, as long as he has shoes, Sari doesn't care.
I mean, it's hella worn out, but it's still covered. They still work.
I mean, that's the entire point why Trogger wants to get him new clothing.
Yeah, he is, as you can tell, still in his basic slave attire. Still has some bandages around his neck, wrists, and ankles.
Oh, how are your wounds faring? Do you
They
feel
don't
any
hurt.
better? You want to take the bandages off, or do
And
you want to
slowly, as this conversation is happening, Sari's like, and my level of trust of this group has fallen further for my safety. The child is injured.
I mean, if you ask about it, you could get the brutal truth.
No, this is a misunderstanding. That's not going to be fixed for a minute.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You still have the dagger I gave you, right? It's fine if you lost it.
No.
We can
I was
always
trying to
bring
think
it
for a
in.
moment. He wouldn't have a place to really put it since he doesn't have a backpack or anything to hold. So if
Do you have like
maybe
a rope belt?
I mean, he's got a little bit to keep his shirts. But I mean, I would assume so. Yeah, it's like somewhat pushed against his side because the rope that's acting as a belt is a bit tight.
Okay.
He has gained a little weight since eating every day with
We'll
y'all.
make sure to get you a better spot to put that. How's Squidward doing?
Alive. Apparently, he ate a thumb.
Yeah.
Sorry?
That guy was an idiot. I apologize for any harm or any mental damage or
A
whatever
thumb?
fell on Squidward from that guy.
Squidward has an upset stomach from it. Something about poison or nasty human taste. I don't know.
Probably the latter.
Mm.
He wasn't a drinker, so there would have been no poison in him.
I just imagine Sierra is like, the fuck is a Squidward and eating thumbs?
Yeah.
Yeah, human thumbs.
But so long as he's doing alright, he was pretty scared when I got to him.
He's in clean
Managed
water
to
that's
get
not
him.
sweaty.
Hey, I managed to calm him down with some food and get him into some clean water, and he seemed to relax nicely, so
Yeah, it's not sweaty.
Yeah, good thing for that, huh?
We're here. Wow, that walk is a lot shorter when you're hearing all these fun tales. How? Let me open the door.
Bruh.
I feel so bad, but it's all innocent conversation.
Oh, you're not a human. You don't have to worry about it. Hint, hint, human.
Yeah, you're not human, so you don't have to worry.
Sari walks into the little shop and comes out with some halfling-sized clothes. I don't really sell much for children, so these will have to do.
He will blatantly strip down right there, as he's done multiple times in the past, because being a slave has no privacy. And
That is not a good look for the party.
we'll start changing his clothes.
She doesn't give him. She doesn't give him the clothes yet. She looks at
Oh.
his guardian here, and she's like, "That'll be 5 silver."
You got a naked child and a person asking for money.
Keo, give Kaz an inspiration.
Oh no, he's gotten this one since like the fucking sweaty water. If I could give you more, I would.
No, that's fair. Kaz pulled that out.
I had spent the last of my money getting a room and us food for him. The money that is whatever is left would be back at the other people's.
This is a loan, and she gives the kid the kill.
I will gladly pay interest for it. I just want to get him back.
1 silver a day, and Sari starts walking back down the road.
If you took the chance to look him over, you'll see old scar wounds and a few bruises that are still recovering.
Sari probably makes a glance and then says it and walks away.
But like they're old scars. The bruises not so much because of what's happened recently, but the scars themselves you could tell are years old. And more so on his back half than the front half.
Man, you are really not making us look good, Keo.
You're not calling attention to the missing shackles and how the skin is lighter?
Oh no, he's wearing bandages where the shackles were.
So his skin heals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So right now he just has bandages where his neck, wrists, and ankles are. But the rest of his body is uncovered since he was changing. So you could see like any bruises he's gotten over the last day. Maybe he fell, whatever. And then just old scars from years of abuse. And he will get changed right there.
I forgot to keep taking notes. The last thing I have is Arcus commits a crime. Effectively.
It's not the first time.
It's not the first time. You're not wrong, but that's a note. What's your character's name again?
Sari.
Seri.
Can I spell that? Seri.
And it's not the first war crime either.
Okay. Apologies, I have trouble remembering names, so if I ask you again multiple
That's fine.
times, it's not in character, it's out of character, because I forget.
Don't worry about it.
Once he is dressed, it won't take him that long. He goes to hand his old clothing to Trogger because he's not really sure what to do with it. Not like he's ever given clothes.
He'll just kind of think for a second, fold it up, and just kind of put it in his bag, and then just be like, might be useful as scrap later.
Now, unfortunately, the clothes for him is a little loose since he is still underweight, but fit.
Probably better than slave attire.
It covers more. It's not just this overgrown size shirt. Yeah, think toga.
Again, better than a slave shirt. And then, well, with that, I guess we're heading back.
Yep.
after this, would you be headed towards the castle?
Once we collect the rest of the party, probably, yeah.
And then that's where we'll end it. The
Man,
rest of the
the
party
last
will
note.
see that Heathen is in new attire, a little loose, but fits.
Man, my last note's gonna raise a lot of fun for next session for me to try and remember exactly what the fuck is going on. Sari gets suspicious of the party for child abuse.
A lot of things. I'm gonna hop out then.